We're less than a week away from the release of the first anime game of 2018. Gintama Rumble is coming out and we've put together a video with everything you need to know before buying this game. Gintama Rumble is releasing on January 18th, both in Japan and other Asian territories for the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation Vita. The game doesn't currently have a Western release date, but the Asian version of this game does come with English subtitles. And since the PlayStation 4 is not region locked, you can easily create an Asian account and buy the game there. You'll have full English menus, tutorials, items descriptions, everything, as well as English subtitles with Japanese voiceover. Just make sure you buy the game from an Asian store that is not Japan. The whole game is based on the popular Gintama anime. For those who don't know, thematically this anime takes place in feudal Japan with samurai walking the streets, but it's also a fantastical and weird anime since the very first episode. There are aliens walking right next to those samurai. The whole anime and game have a focus on action as well as comedy. It's not something to be taken seriously, it's something that takes you out for a ride filled with laughter, with a few serious plot points and emotional stories in the back. The game's story mode will be covering several of the best arcs from the anime, like the Benizakura arc, Farewell Shinsengumi arc, and others. A total of 8 different chapters will be featured in story mode. It's like a best of Gintama moments. And with the Gintama anime coming to an end very soon, it comes just at the right time to relive those awesome moments or to experience them for the very first time. As expected, a lot of the anime characters will be fully playable, all the fan favorites, and even some goofy characters have made it in, not fully playable but as assist characters. Paying some homage to the anime, the game is also including some cut-in sequences when you fulfill certain conditions. You'll trigger this scene from the anime almost like a flashback to an impactful moment from the show. But let's talk gameplay. Gintama Rumble is a musou type game. A warriors type game. You beat tons of enemies at a time to complete objectives like defeating a certain boss character or capturing bases. If you've played any Dynasty Warriors game, or on the anime side of things, One Piece Pirate Warriors or their other Berserk game, then you already have an idea of what to expect. Like many of these other games, once you fill up a gauge, you can enter a powered up state called Awakening Mode, during which your character becomes stronger and also able to unleash an ultimate cinematic attack. And that just pretty much clears the screen of any foes in front of you. But the game is also bringing its own Gintama twist to the table. It's an anime comedy, so the goofs also made it into the gameplay, so some special attacks look like this. Yep, that's a Dragon Ball reference. There are many other special attacks that are just as comedic, like shooting everyone with a mayonnaise spray, and each character has a different attack, so there's a lot of fun to be had discovering them all. You've also got a system called the Gintama Pachinko when you clear certain battle conditions. A pachinko machine will just show up and cause a random effect. It can buff your character, or your screen might turn to mosaic and you won't be able to see anything. There's all sorts of effects that can really change the game. Some will turn the tides of battle in your favor, others will really screw you over. The characters you play as are also highly customizable. You can give them different outfits, equip them with different items, and there's even a level up system where you just put points into different stats. It's an RPG where you happen to be hacking and slashing dozens of enemies. But besides battling dozens of enemies all the time, story mode will also feature one-on-one battles, which will certainly feel very different. These fights are obviously reserved for the boss battles, but it's good to see they went the extra step to make them one-on-one. A lot of the times, these Warriors games just put the boss in the middle of an army, and you kinda have to fight everyone at the same time. So, to give these fights the extra weight they deserve, you'll be fighting head to head with these stronger foes. Now, we've talked a lot about story mode throughout this video and about what you can do during story mode, and the fact that it will feature 8 different arcs from the original anime, but in addition to those 8 arcs, you'll also unlock a few minor side stories as you play, and it sounds like there might be some new original scenes among these. But the story mode is only one of 3 game modes being advertised for Gintama Rumble. The second one is Free Rumble, a game mode that's very common with these types of games. This is the mode where you can choose any of the missions that you play during story mode and replay them using any character that you've unlocked. This way you get to play as your favorite character in any situation and maybe even create some fights that never happened in the anime. And the third and final game mode is another story mode, but this is a lot different. Because it's not taken from the anime or manga, it is a brand new original story built for this game. This game mode is called Kabukicho Ultimate Rumble, and it doesn't seem to have a linear progression like story mode. In Ultimate Rumble, you try to gather 12 orbs that you get from defeating bosses, and the first one to gather all 12 gets to ask for a wish. It's like the Dragon Balls, but instead of 7, there are 12 of them. And yes, that's a joke they make in one of the trailers. That's the beauty of this game, how self-aware it is. I'm very much into that aspect of it. Now, the downside to this game mode is because you can choose which character you want to play as, and you just go around defeating other characters to gather orbs, it doesn't sound like there's a lot of story to it. More like a light narrative that justifies what you're doing, and that's why this is very different from story mode. Finally, I just want to say that the day one DLC for this game is a statue of a penis. Yeah, not even gonna explain that one. The game feels like a complete package, but at the end of the day, it is another Warriors game, and some people love that genre, others can't stand it. Let me know where you land on the spectrum. Are you picking up Gintama Rumble, or is it not worth the effort of like creating an Asian account, jumping through all these hoops to get this game? Let me know where you stand in the comments down below. For other anime games, check out some of the videos we've done previously and look forward to next week because we will be live streaming some of this game here on the channel. But as always, thank you very much for watching. My name's Globku and I'll see you guys next time. Boy.